Maybe they should rename it Griftwell. The annual report for Archewell has come out, and it shows that donations to Meghan and Harry's charity have dropped by $11 million.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the King YouTube channel.
Well, folks, Meghan and Harry have released a brand new video of them trying to promote Archewell. So, the promo video is highlighting Archewell Foundation's annual impact achievements over the past year. I still have my doubts that Archewell achieved anything meaningful in the past year, but anyway, Harry and Meghan at least were able to make a video out of it. Harry and Meghan have been laying low recently, trying to avoid the fallout from Ovid Scobie's book Endgame, but it looks like they are ready to creep back into the spotlight once again. Are we ready to have them? Well, no, but when did that ever stop them? Recently, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, released a photo of herself and her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, at a baby bank. So, predictably, Meghan and Harry had to try to one-up her. I mean, if William and Catherine are ever doing something to get positive press coverage, here come Meghan and Harry trying to get some attention for themselves. So, predictably, they decided to release a stupid promotional clip of them trying to act like Archewell is doing something meaningful. Of course, it's very rare that Meghan and Harry do any real charity work, so they didn't have a lot to choose from. Instead, they chose to highlight Meghan's visit to the Fisher House Foundation in LA, and also the appearance that Harry and Meghan made in New York for World Mental Health Day. Is it a coincidence that this video was put out right after Catherine's photo was put out? Probably not. I also think it's really funny that Meghan and Harry do so little that they couldn't even choose videos that we hadn't already seen before. We know all about Meghan's visit to Fisher House Foundation. We heard about that when she showed up in Germany for Invictus. And I remember back when we first heard that Meghan had gone to visit Fisher House, we were wondering why she and Harry don't visit there on a regular basis. It's incredibly close to their home in Montecito. So if it's true that Meghan and Harry really care about veterans like they claim they do, why is it that the one time Meghan goes to Fisher House to supposedly help them, she's got to bring a camera crew along to make a promo video? Oh, wait a minute. I think I do know why. It's because they don't give a damn about veterans or anyone else for that matter except for themselves and their selfish interests. Also, in the promo video, they included footage from World Mental Health Day, as if that is some real achievement. What, where Harry and Meghan got up there on the stage and spilled a bunch of word salad nonsense, pretending to help the parents, but really just insulting them. And that was also when Meghan infamously referred to Harry as this one, proving that she is so disgusted by him she can't even be bothered to use his name. At the World Mental Health Day event in New York, Meghan was tone deaf as always. Let's remember that she was speaking to a group of parents who had lost their children because of social media online bullying. And Meghan thought it was appropriate to tell them how being a mother was the most important role in her life, and she just loved it so much. I mean, seriously, this woman is deranged. Does she really not know better? I mean, did she really think they wanted to hear that? It is funny to me that Harry and Meghan are still trying to compete with William and Catherine for media attention. It's just so obvious. They think they're being sneaky, but they're not very good at it. I mean, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. They remind me of my grandchildren when they sneak into the cookie jar and try to tell me they haven't been eating cookies when they have the crumbs all over their faces. At this point, Meghan and Harry have gotten so much practice with lying and sneaky, underhanded behavior, you would think they would be better at it. On social media, fans were sharing their opinion about whether or not Meghan and Harry were trying to steal William and Catherine's thunder. One fan said apparently they released it to show up Kate. Are the entire British media and royal family suffering from an inferiority complex? Does every day in December belong to Kate? Can Harry and Meghan put out a video that has nothing to do with Kate? Because, in all honesty, it doesn't. So this was in a Twitter post, or now it's known as X, but anyway, an X post by a fan. A fan of whom? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. And look, the fan is right in that December doesn't belong to Catherine. But this kind of behavior is something we have seen from Harry and Meghan time and time again. They cannot pretend they're so innocent in all of this. It was just a coincidence. We were planning to release it anyway. No, you weren't. Someone else questioned, Harry and Meghan release a video showing Archewell annual impact. Come on, who's copying who? Well, I think it's pretty clear who's copying who. I mean, William and Catherine are doing real work to help people. They actually care about other people. Harry and Meghan, on the other hand, no, they figure that doing a video to try to make it seem like they're helping people is more than enough. Actually going out and doing the work, they're not interested in that. And then another person on social media said, I find them releasing a video weird. Pretend royals who years after leaving still struggle to find a brand or direction, so they cosplay UK royal family. I like this comment a lot. This is what I see too. I mean, again, Meghan and Harry were the ones who wanted to leave their positions as working royals. They claimed they wanted to establish careers for themselves in the US. So far, though, I mean, it's nearly 4 years they have been in America, and we have not seen them really commit themselves to anything, whether it be philanthropy work, or producing, or writing books, or podcasting, or even juggling. They also keep falling back on this pseudo royal work because at the end of the day, that's all Harry knows how to do. Now, Meghan's also an expert in grifting, but Harry not so much. Let's remember he never really had a real job. Of course, Meghan was also a bit part actress and she had that role on Suits, but that doesn't really translate into any marketable skills or talents. It also looks like my prediction is coming true. I predicted that Meghan and Harry never were going to address the fallout from Endgame. Instead, I predicted they were going to lay low for a little while until they just couldn't resist getting their names back in the headlines once again, and so here we have this promo video. Now, I'm sure the people at WME told Meghan it was a great idea to release this clip, that it would encourage everybody to focus on the good work that Archewell is doing instead of thinking about Endgame. But the problem is, Archewell isn't doing any real good work. This stupid clip is coming out as we are also learning that their foundation absolutely failed last year. In fact, it only raised 2 million compared to 13 million, which is what they raised the year before. And apparently there were only 2 donors. Oh, Oprah, is that you? I think it might have been the BBC who first got their hands on the 990 tax form that Archewell filed. So if you look at it, it doesn't look good. The total expenses are $2,679,536, and the total income was $2,005,053. So income minus expenses puts Archewell at negative $674,485. That doesn't sound to me like a successful foundation. And let's look at where the money went. Okay, so first of all, the income is the 2 million in donations by 2 anonymous individuals. Again, I think Oprah may have something to do with this. The other person, though, I have no idea. And let's look at what the expenses are. So it's $113,000 in legal costs incurred, $640,000 for salaries and benefits for employees. Now, James Holt's salary alone was $227,000. And then they've got $428,331 in programmatic services to Invisible Hand LLC, Herlihy Logren, and Georg Craig. $34,000 for travel, $57,000 for office expenses, $25,000 for events. And the grants they gave out, okay, $1,252,895 for 19 grants. The previous year was actually a lot better. It was about $3 million in total given out in grants. The recipients of these grants include Georgetown University, $200,000, Kaboom Inc., $165,000, NAACP, $125,000. Oh, so that's how she got that award. The Halo Trust, $100,000, Hope Lab, $100,000, Equimundo, $65,000, $25,000 to Girls Who Code, $65,000 to HAZ Inc., $50,000 to Wellbeing International, $50,000 Parents Together Foundation, $50,000 for Purpose, $44,000 for Project Healthy Minds, $25,000 for Free Press, $25,000 the Marcy Lab School, $25,000 Save the Children, $10K for UNICEF Nigeria. UNICEF Nigeria. Oh, that must be because Meghan is 43% Nigerian. I guess she's trying to help out her people, even though they probably don't want her help. And then it looks like Meghan and Harry donated $10,000 to Europe and $118,965 to Europe, and then another $136,182. So all in all, not very impressive compared to real charities out there. According to the newly released tax filing, it looks like James Holt comes away a winner. So he moved to California from London with Meghan and Harry, and he is thought to be their most trusted aide. And he saw his salary go from $59,846 to $227,405. That's a pretty big raise. I wonder what exactly he did to deserve all that money. Can't help but wonder what he may have buried in his backyard. So the impact report released by Archewell is a different report. It's not the same thing as the tax filing. And according to the impact report, well, Archewell has contributed to so many important initiatives in the past year. According to the Daily Beast, it's including a program at the Georgetown Center on Gender Justice and Opportunity, which aims to educate judges to rethink harmful gender stereotypes, especially those affecting Black women and girls. I mean, yeah, that sounds like the kind of organization Megan wants us to believe she supports. Also, according to Tom Sykes over at the Daily Beast, Archewell has contributed to the building of a playground at the site of the Uvalde school shooting, an immigrant welcome program, and oh, this is a good one, anti-disinformation initiatives. Not surprisingly, the report failed to say exactly how much they had contributed to each program. Instead, the report contained a bunch of typical word salad. At the Archewell Foundation, we believe in striving for greater interconnectedness and its ability to transcend division. We believe in the pursuit of finding purpose, belonging, and joy, and are dedicated to helping as many people as possible to achieve it. We are committed to a simple but profound mission to show up and do good. I mean, are you though? Are you really committed to the simple but profound mission of showing up and doing good? You do show up where you're not wanted, I gotta hand them that. But as far as doing good, what good have Meghan and Harry really done? Is it good to accuse Harry's family members of being racist? Is it good to completely destroy the relationship between Harry and his family? Is it good to insult Catherine, the Princess of Wales, for no good reason? Is it good to lie about a paparazzi car chase in New York? If this is what doing good looks like, then folks, I must be a pretty bad person. Online, of course, many people are talking about the fact that Harry and Meghan's foundation did so terribly financially. But unsurprisingly, they are trying to spin it, and they're trying to claim that no, the foundation is doing great. TMZ is reporting on their side of the story. Quote, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ a recent report suggesting the Archewell Foundation was strapped for cash after suffering a substantial decrease in revenue between 2021 and 2022 is misleading, because it doesn't take into account the org is not a corporation, folks. The Daily Beast has spoken with this same source, it sounds like, Megan. So, Tom Sykes writes sources close to the couple told the Daily Beast that the numbers reflect a healthy foundation seeking intentional paced growth. The source said that Archewell currently has over 11 million in the bank and is on track to continue to have millions in the bank each year for philanthropic purposes. The source, aka Megan, went on to say that it was not unusual for high profile foundations to receive a significant influx of funding in their first year, which is then used over the course of several years as part of a financial plan to build their philanthropic work. I guess at this point I'm just wondering, what is their report going to look like next year? It sounds like everybody is on to them. Nobody wants to give them their hard earned money. They're a couple of grifters, they're a couple of con artists. And that much is obvious. When people want to give large amounts of money to charity, they are looking at charities that make a real difference. I mean, really, even if somebody is just giving a big chunk of change because they need to launder that money, they're not going to give it to Archewell. It's too sketchy. There are just too many problems with this foundation, much like with everything else that Meghan and Harry get involved with. It turns to crap. So I guess we can officially add Archewell to the long list of Sussex failures in 2023. That reverse Midas touch is still going strong. So what is going to happen in 2024? Is Archewell going to turn things around? Are Meghan and Harry going to manage to produce some content for Netflix? Are they finally going to receive all the praise they've been so desperate for all these years? Probably not. And you, what do you think about Archewell? Is it a worthy foundation or just a scam? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to like and share it with anybody else who would appreciate it too. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.